cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I halt by them. This is how he describes me. This is how he wrote me. This is how I am perceived, as an utterly twisted body. But I wasn't always like this. You need to understand that. I clearly remember when I first sprang from his imagination, when I was just a young draft slowly taking form. And what a glorious form that was. Because although I did have a crooked spine, and I was often depicted as a hunchbacked cripple, he saw through that. He saw me, my ambition and my wit. He didn't listen to the propaganda. He wanted to reshape my story, and to do that, he reshaped my body into being strong and handsome, erect. How he loved me. He loved me. But then another story caught his attention. Story of my brothers, Edwards and Clarence, and their heroism during the war against the House of Lancaster. Oh, how he loved that story, and how he loved them. He made the play all about them. But he knew they'd done monstrous things during the war. So how to make people forget the monstrous things they've done? By placing them next to a true monster. So he took away my looks. He made me deformed, a cripple, an abomination. So after just one glance, everyone were convinced that I was the most despicable being in existence. He turned me back into the villain everyone had perceived me to be, unworthy of their looks. He even made me speak the words myself. But there is more to me than meets the eye. And I decided, despite of what he turned me into, I would make people look. So therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, to entertain these fair, well-spoken days, I am determined to prove a villain. I killed my brothers. I killed the young princes. I seized the throne again and again and again. I became the focus of the play, and so forced Shakespeare to name the play after me. My brothers and I have fought our bloody feud ever since. You see, we've always helped the actors. We inspire them, we guide them. Every time they go on stage, there we are. My brothers desperately trying to shame me and make you lose your fascination with me, and I keeping our eyes fixed, making sure I'm rightly portrayed. But I'm not. Am I? Because all this time I have been portrayed not by cripples, but by physically abled actors. Al Pacino, Ian McKellen, Kevin Spacey, Laurence Olivier, Kenneth Branagh, obviously, Benedict Cumberbatch. They look nothing like me. I am Richard III. Dogs bark at me as I hold by them. Dogs wouldn't bark at Benedict Cumberbatch. More likely they'd catcall him. Pun intended. How could they ever truly portray me? They've never lived a day in their life. They probably haven't even broken a leg or stubbed a toe. All they can do is pretend. Ridiculous. Despite of my disproportionate legs, I managed to climb the throne. And people looked upon me. their crippled king, and wondered, how can he be our king? Can he even fight? Can he ride a horse? Is he all right in the head? How will he defend our kingdom? He doesn't look like a king. Well, come and take a closer look. But you're afraid to, aren't you? You're afraid that you'll hurt me? You're afraid that you will make your king feel bad? How noble of you. Thank you. Then Shakespeare gave me a horse, making me look for all the world to see like the king I was, gallantly riding into battle to defend my kingdom against Richmond's invading army. But then, well, my horse, my kingdom for a horse. Thus, ending the terror of the monster who dared dream of being a man.